In my set, I did my opening joke, and then I think by the second or third joke, someone had shouted something up, and I shut them down fairly quickly, and then the talking stopped, so I could just continue doing my material, which is very good. So I have the power to shut hecklers up now. Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This is an introduction video which will be featured in every episode after this one, but here we go. So this podcast is Al Talks. My name is Alex George. I am a stand-up comedian, and this podcast I created nearly 2 years ago to just basically chronicle my journey into starting stand-up. But there's other episodes that are nothing to do with stand-up. It's just interest that I have. So there'll be it's mainly based on comedy, but it is a general podcast as well. So um, if you want to support me, I have merchandise. This lovely podcast sticker here, Al Talks. You can buy that. If you would like to buy one, you can go into my social media. Links are all down below in the description on my link tree as well. You have access to everything. I have an Instagram page for the podcast. I have an Instagram page which is my personal one, but I use that for comedy, so you can check me out there, follow me there, and that is all. Episodes usually come out on Tuesday, but sometimes they might come out at other days during the week. And then on Thursdays, if I am around anywhere doing comedy gigs, I record comedy vlogs, so you can listen to those. They usually come out on Thursdays, and that's that. So yeah, all the links down below, link tree. I have Buy Me a Coffee now if you want to support me as well. Links for that down below as well in the description. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and now on to the episode. Hello, welcome back to the podcast. So I'm going to be talking about my performance at the Any Craic Comedy Club, which is in a pub called Gaia in Cork. Okay, the computer was, as per usual, being very cooperative. So, first time doing comedy in Cork, and I have to say, really enjoyed myself. An absolutely incredible night. The atmosphere was hopping because, and it was a live room. I remember doing like a comedy terminology video. What I mean when I say a live room is basically the fact that it's very energetic and it could be very chaotic. Like a live room basically is like a live grenade, anything could happen. Because the basically the minute there was a match on, like Ireland playing England in the Six Nations, and the game was for the Grand Slam victory. So Ireland won. So you can imagine England and Ireland have a very, very big rivalry because England was an invading force in Ireland for 800 years before Ireland fought for its independence. So it was very, very fitting. How should I say fitting? I don't know. But basically, like you can imagine, this great victory, another Grand Slam for Ireland, and all of a sudden you got 6 comedians who were going to perform. I think it was 6 or 7. I think 6 or 7 because someone had to drop out and then another comedian came on. But yeah, so very, very happy with my performance. The crowd was a lot of young people, so yeah, it was it was very dry throat, but yeah, it was mainly a young crowd. So if you were doing like references that are older than 20 years, you were going to be in trouble. One of my jokes had that, so there was kind of no laugh there. But other than that, I had a really, really good set. I was very happy with how it turned out. At that gig as well, one of my old friends from Dublin was there doing comedy. I've not seen him in a while. I actually thought that he had stopped doing stand up, but he just took a little break, and he's back at it now again. And it was, really great to run into him and catch up and reminisce. And it's just a very enjoyable time hanging out with the local comedians as well, many of whom were on that night. And there was a couple of comics there that I had met before. And Ross O'Dowd was on, and he was in the heat of Show Me the Funny that I was in. He went on through to the final, but as you all know, Mark Maloney, who actually headlined that night, Mark's comedy is out of this world. I'm not going to tell you what the bit is, but he had a bit, and to be honest, when I write comedy, I don't think about these things. But Mark obviously thought about it and wrote a bit about it, and it is brilliant. It is really, really well written. It was an absolute pleasure to see it live. And after the show, there was UFC shown on because this pub is basically what it is. I presume it used to be the old smoking area for the pub next door, but basically the entire pub is the beer garden, but it's all covered up and stuff. So it's really nice. I have not been in Cork, and I'd say probably about 15, 16 years. I'm living in Ireland 21 years, but I've been in Cork. I'd say that was my third time to be there, I think. But I'll definitely be coming back because I'm supposed to do another show in Cork next week, but that's actually been cancelled. It's been moved to a different date, which I can't do now because that week I'm in Dublin and I'm doing a gig in the Halfpenny, my comedy home. So I will we'll have to reschedule that probably till May. I think May is what we'll try and get back down to Cork for May. So, which means I have no comedy this week. This will be out Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Once again, I'm recording from the past. Ooh. And I could go down to a gigs, but I'm going to give it this week I'm not going to do any gigs. I'm going to work on some background stuff, and I have my own personal stuff to work on. A lot of it related to podcasts and some joke stuff, but a lot of it is personal things. So we'll be back with comedy the week after, which will be towards the end of the month. Like I said, on the 29th. And then after that, on the Tuesday, on the 4th of April, Independence Day, I will be doing Stitch's new show, Stand Up on the Spot, which is a combination of kind of like the improv they used to do at Feckett, and it basically is like what the Feckett Improv used to do, which is very fun, and I really enjoyed those gigs. So there's that. So there is that, and after that, in April, I'm gonna take another little break, probably 2-3 weeks, just to recuperate and stuff, and try and work on some other things. But then May, June, July, hopefully there's a couple of gigs that I need confirmation for. So one of them will be Cork, and then another one, and then during the summer I think more. I'm not sure yet, but in between me finishing that gig in April and in between May, I'll try. I don't know. I'm gonna try and I need to go and do some open mics. I want to work out a couple of jokes. No, not really working out, because all these shows that I'm doing are all club shows, and I don't want to be trying to work out material in those, because that's a big no-no. Which it's also very fun doing club shows. In Any Craic on Saturday, we had, I think it was about 60 odd people. The last time I performed to a crowd that big was in Show Me the Funny. That was a fairly big crowd. But like I said, I did well. I did get a heckle. There was a couple of tables that were heckling a lot of comedians, and I was where was I in the lineup? I was in the first half anyway, so I was on before the break. I was third up, So yeah, I was third up, and I started my set. I did my opening joke, and then I think by the second or third joke, someone had shouted something up, and I shut them down fairly quickly, and then the talking stopped, so I could just continue doing my material, which is very good. So I have the power to shut hecklers up now. But like I said, I've been having really good gigs so far this year. I haven't had any bombs, which is great success. Really happy about that. Not bombing is very important, but also important to readjust your material and whatnot. So altogether, a fairly good gig. Very happy with the performance. Can't say anything other than that. Um, on Thursday, I'm going to this week. The comedy vlog will come out, so you can keep an eye on that. Keep an eye out for that. I'm going to wrap this episode up fairly shortly. But this week I'll be going to see actually I Prevail from like an old reschedule. So you'll get a heavy memories. Heavy member. What did I call them? The new heavy metal memories vlog. That's what it's called. Forgot the word name of my own creation. But yeah, heavy metal memories vlog. I'll record one at that gig if I don't forget. But other than that, like I said, the second Cork gig has been cancelled and rescheduled for a different day. Like I said, I'll probably be back in May to do it at some stage. And I'm just trying to think in my head. I think that's it, really. As per usual, all the stuff, it's in an introduction video down below, is links to everything. So, as per usual, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for all the support. Bye.